In much of the Western world, we operate on a core assumption. We are born as distinct individuals who only later choose to join a society. This idea was crystallized in the 17th century by René Descartes with a single phrase, "I think, therefore I am." He placed the solitary mind at the center of existence. Building a culture on the idea that we are autonomous islands has consequences. It breeds social isolation, fractures political landscapes, and leaves millions feeling unmoored from the people right next to them. There is a different way to understand human existence, originating from the Bantu languages of Southern Africa, Ubuntu, Gumuntu, Gabantu. It translates to, "A person is a person through other persons." This philosophy, Ubuntu, reverses the Western model. Society isn't a byproduct of individuals grouping together. The individual is a byproduct of the society that surrounds them. Under Ubuntu, biological birth doesn't grant you full personhood. Humanness is a status you acquire by participating in the community and forging connections. This model redefines how people guide one another. It replaces the myth of the ego-driven lone genius with a leadership style built on shared identity and solidarity. We see this leadership in practice with figures like Springbok rugby captain Siya Kolisi. His approach on the world stage requires radical empathy. He operates on the belief that his personal success on the field is tied to the welfare of his teammates and the nation. Within this worldview, hoarding glory or failing to show compassion indicates a lack of the indispensable ingredient required to be considered human. This framework undergoes a severe test when a community experiences systemic violence. Post-apartheid South Africa faced the task of repairing a social fabric shredded by decades of oppression. Archbishop Desmond Tutu relied on Ubuntu to navigate this perilous transition. He chaired the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which made a specific choice. It rejected the standard model of retributive, punitive justice. Instead, the commission pursued restorative justice. They prioritized the repair of the nation's interconnected web over punishing individuals. The reasoning was rooted in Ubuntu. Giving up on an oppressor diminishes the humanity of the rest of the community. No one is treated as an irredeemable case. Exiling a person is seen as amputating a limb from the collective body of the nation. The web of Ubuntu expands to its final frontier, binding humans, the spiritual realm, and the natural environment into a single unit. Former South African President Thabo Mbeki captured this by stating that his very identity is owed to the physical hills, valleys, and rivers of his native land. Here, human beings and wildlife are viewed as ontological equals. A person and an elephant share the same connective life force. This stands in contrast to anthropocentrism, the ideology that humans are separate from nature and possess dominion over it. That belief causes a metabolic rift. It alienates people from ecological systems, training them to view the earth merely as capital. True Ubuntu demands ecological conservation. Extracting yourself from nature to exploit it destroys the foundation of your own existence. Ubuntu is a rigorous ethical framework designed to account for messy, undisciplined relationships. It positions human dignity as a shared resource. It cannot be hoarded by a single person at the expense of another. When we look at global crises, from entrenched inequality to imminent ecological collapse, this ancient philosophy offers a practical lifeline. Adopting this perspective makes harming others or the planet an act of immediate reciprocal harm to oneself. This shift moves the focus away from an obsession with personal rights and toward a culture of communal responsibilities. Ultimately, it comes down to a single truth. I am because we are. And since we are, therefore I am.